Hey, Coastlands family. It's been a morning. I'm sure you are all feeling the same way for different reasons. As you know, churches all around the area are canceling gatherings. Everybody's canceling everything. We just found out that school is canceled. I'm sure you were anticipating or assuming that the school district has canceled our permit for meeting at the school at least up until April 14th. So that means that we get to be creative, and it means that some of the rest that we've been talking about on Sunday mornings actually gets to be implemented on an even deeper level. And there's so much going on. I hope that you're staying sane in the midst of all this. I hope that you're able to keep your head above water. One of the things I'll be sharing some more videos and more thoughts over the next few days about anxiety, about rest, about what can we do to keep our sanity in the midst of all this. But I wanted you to be aware of some very practical things over the next a few weeks for sure, and particularly this upcoming Sunday. So we will we will not be obviously having church at Del Mar over the next few Sundays. There is, for this upcoming Sunday, Vineyard Worship all throughout the United States is going to be having an online worship service at 10 a.m. across all time zones. And so there'll be a link to that. You probably will have already gotten a link to that from Josh Ashby's email, but look out for that. And we encourage you to tune into that. And over the next little while, what we're going to try to hold to is, in the midst of the reality of us not being able to gather together in large groups, how do we stay connected socially and relationally while also physically and socially distancing for the sake of sanity and safety? I do think it's really, really wise, all of the precautions that are going out in regards to keeping distance, because we have no idea what's going on with coronavirus in terms of, there's nothing necessarily on the radar in our county, but it's much better for us to err on the side of caution, on the side of prudence, and to let this thing run its course and just not create those connections where the virus can run rampant. And I think that still, in spite of and in the midst of that, we can find ways to let our love, our abundance, our peace run rampant in opposite ways through connecting. It's going to be online, so this is going to be a way that you'll be seeing my face a lot over the next little bit. As you know, some of the demographics of people that are most at risk with all of this going around are the elderly and the immunocompromised. The verdict is still out if I'm in that immunocompromised category, but I would like to err on the side of caution just for me personally as well. But knowing that our community is such a gathering of intergenerational of an intergenerational nature, we do want to avoid anything we can do that might put anybody at risk. So we will also be postponing the Katie Scourgia gatherings. So there'll be another email going out about that. But just so you know, that if you had signed up for that, then Katie was feeling the same way, that it's just something we need to hold off on for now. So what else do I need to tell you? A few thoughts on how to just kind of take care of yourself in the midst of all of this. I am not a doctor, and I am not legally authorized to give medical advice. So I'll simply tell you what I'm doing to bolster my immune system. and that is taking a lot of vitamin D and vitamin C and just getting as much sleep as I can. So I'm not saying you should do that, but I'm just telling you what I'm doing. But this is a chance for us to take care of ourselves. It's like this. One of my teachers had once said that if we don't give our bodies and our beings rest, then our bodies will force rest upon us through sickness, through something else. And I don't want to say, and I don't want that to be what this is that's going on, but I do know that in moments like this, in these opportunities, there is a time for us to just slow down, to pause, to breathe, and not go down the road of becoming frantic or being fearful. And if that's how you're responding, that's totally fine. Sit with that and own that. But just know that there's some room here for you to breathe and just be present to those around you and to yourself, to the whole gamut of emotions that you're experiencing. So be aware of self-care, what you can do take some time this coming Sunday. So we might be able to send out, my hope is to be able to send out some resources or something for you to watch, something for you to engage. But the most important thing is just be with those that you love and dial back. So maybe put some of the devices and some of the media away for a while and just be present to people. Pull out some board games, pull out, some paper and draw together, paint together, just be and play together and just rest together. That's a deeply, deeply spiritual thing in and of itself. So as sad as I am to not be able to have those rhythms, those rituals of coming together, those anchor points for a week on a Sunday morning, one of the things we'll be doing is trying to offer different ways to connect. So whether it's through Zoom, if you don't know what that is, then send me an email and we can get you going on that. But just ways to connect online through video conferencing so that we can be together without having to, without being able to come into the same physical space to the same degree and with the same frequency. So we'll keep you posted about that. In this email, you'll also have a link to, if you want to schedule a time just to connect with me, if you want prayer for something, or not just me, but I'm sure that others will be available to pray for you, to process. I know that some people are getting hit on a financial level, and maybe you're not even feeling that yet, but just the fear of what might come out of that. So we're going to make sure to be praying for each other, supporting each other. And as you have creative ideas as to how to support the community and how to be a presence of peace, calm, and abundance and creativity in this time, then let us know. Email me and put some ideas out there about how we can rally as a community to really be a source of strength and resilience and resource the community and those in need around us. What else do I need to tell you? There's just a lot to process, isn't there? So I know this is getting long, but I hope this is helpful, giving you just a sense of where we're at. Connect with me if you'd like to. Be on the lookout for more resources and just ways that we're going to gather and create space. Let me see if there's anything else. My wife gave me an amazing talking points list, and I can read most of it, but her brain works a little different than mine. So just making sure. But let's think about ways we can support each other. So if you are immunocompromised, or if you're in the demographic that the potential exposure has greater risk for you, then let us know, because there are people that have offered to go grocery shopping and things like that. So let's look out for each other and let's check in on each other, especially in this time. What's the word everybody's using? Social distancing does not have to equal spiritual isolation and family isolation. And so we just have to get creative. Make sure to download the app, the Coastlands app, and we'll let you know how to sign up for or opt into push notifications on that in case we have to get a message out to everybody about something very quickly. You guys understand how crazy rapidly information is emerging. At any moment, things could change. So it's great if you have the app and you're signed up for push notifications. Email me if you don't know how to do that. And Sarah Fela, as you're behind the camera, anything else that you can think of? Wrap it up.
It's good.
Okay. I know. This is kind of my way of connecting with you all. There's a sadness and a heaviness, but also, I don't want to say anticipation, but I know over the last 38 years of my life, I've seen the way the Holy Spirit, as redeeming genius, takes these things that feel like crises and really blossoms so much beauty out of it. I don't know what that's going to look like yet, but I know that just deposited in us as a community is so much strength and resilience and beauty. And I'm looking forward to seeing how that emerges to be a ray of hope for those around us in this time. So thank you for who you are. Reach out as you have questions, and I will wrap this up before my wife turns off the camera. All right, love you all.